An nginx server is accepting an old TLS version, and the exam wants it locked to TLS 1.3. The config lives in a ConfigMap. The catch is that editing the ConfigMap alone changes nothing. Let's do it the way the CKA expects. An nginx static deployment serves HTTPS, and its server config comes from a ConfigMap named nginx config. Right now it allows both TLS 1.2 and 1.3. Your task is to allow only TLS 1.3, then make nginx actually use the change so that a TLS 1.2 request fails. Two ideas drive this. First, SSL protocols is an allow list. Leave only TLS v 1.3, and nginx rejects any older handshake. Second, a config map mounted into a pod updates the file on disk, but nginx only reads SSL protocols when it starts. So you must roll the deployment with kubectl rollout restart for the new value to take effect. Start by seeing what is running and what the config says. The nginx static deployment its service on port 443 and the nginx config map are all here. Grep the rendered config map for the SSL protocols line. It lists TLS v 1.2 and TLS v 1.3, so old clients still get in. Prove the starting point from a real client. The tester pod curls the service, pinned to a maximum of TLS 1.2. It returns the page, which confirms the server accepts TLS 1.2 right now. That is exactly what we are about to stop. Now, tighten it. Run kubectl edit on the config map, which opens it in VI. Find the SSL protocols line and delete TLS v 1.2, leaving only TLS v 1.3. Write and quit with :WQ, and kubectl saves the change back. The config map is fixed, but nginx has not noticed yet. Make nginx use it. A rolling restart replaces the pod, and the new pod reads the updated SSL protocols on startup. Wait for the rollout to finish, so you are testing the new pod, not the old one. This is the step people skip, and it is where the marks are.
Prove it both ways. The same TLS 1.2 request now fails the handshake.
Curl reports an alert and exits non-zero, which is what we want. A normal request, letting curl negotiate, connects over TLS 1.3 and still returns the page. Old TLS is gone, the service still works.
A few traps to remember. Editing a config map does not restart anything.
Without a rollout restart, your change is invisible. SSL protocols is an allow list, so list only the versions you want. Test with the client version pinned, because curl will quietly use TLS 1.3 and hide the problem otherwise. And always verify against the service name, not just the pod. Edit the config map to TLS 1.3 only. Roll the deployment so nginx rereads it, then prove a TLS 1.2 request fails, while a normal request still works. Subscribe, and the full write-up is on dev.to.